guys and bad guys, cowboys and Indians, sinners and saints, masters and minions. They're all the same to me. They're all the same to me.
Welcome to Fence Post Politics, the only place for unfiltered, nonsensical, probably fake news that you never asked for. Brought to you by the Burning Daylight Podcast and your host, myself, Matt McKinley, Aaron Ellis, Tim Martin, and Rob Drost. Now let's have a little bit of fun, talk a little politics, and tell a dirty joke or two.
And your college trick magic might have fooled everybody, but you didn't pull nothing on me.
Oh, hey, fellas.
Hey, babe.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
The
We got
talent.
a puzzler. We got a puzzler to start the show. Apparently, and this is what I've gathered from the very brief amount that I've looked into it, because I thought maybe we could just go down a rabbit hole together today. And speaking of rabbit holes, I don't know if that's some sort of anti-Semitic slur or not.
Rabbit's Easter, Matt. That's
I don't know if there's anything. Okay, all right. I'm just checking. But apparently, some Hasidic Jews in New York City dug some tunnels without permission or something. There were mattresses. I kept seeing the phrase, and this is from like a bunch of right-wing people, soiled mattresses. And I don't know what's going on with that, but it's caused a stir amongst the internet over the last day or so.
Rob, where does your tunnel go? Does it go to Buffalo Wild Wings, Rob?
I wish it would go to Buffalo Wild Wings.
It just
I
goes
haven't heard about these soiled
before.
mattresses.
Yeah, I just heard that they were trying to connect the synagogue to some underground apartment complex, is what I heard.
Are they
That's all I
going to? Do they think Nazis 2.0 are happening, and are they preparing?
They're I think they're just preparing to make sure that they can stay in the bunker for as long as they need.
So being a newly found Jew, my own self.
What's the percentage, Matt?
Was that 0.1%?
7%.
Okay.
That 0.7.
0.7.
It's a number.
Are the Hasids like the preppers of the international Jewry?
I haven't heard it called quite like that, but I guess.
I mean, because I don't know. Believe it or not, we didn't have a whole lot of Jewish folks out on the high plains. Like it's not that they weren't allowed, just like they didn't come. It's kind of the same way with black people. It's not that they weren't allowed; none of them ever showed up, and for whatever reason. So I
don't know why they like sand and dirt and stuff like that. So I don't get it.
You'd think maybe they'd like it out there. I don't know. I mean, but I grew up very much in church, and so like I'm fairly aware of like Judaism as a religion. Like I'm fairly aware of that. But as far as like the actual Jews themselves, I had not spent more than a couple of weeks around some Jewish folks until me and you lived together, Rob. So like it just
And Rob's the worst Jew ever.
Yeah, I'm not a good Jew.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not
so yeah, when it
somebody
comes
that you
to-
want to be using as your example.
But yet he's a lawyer.
So
And I'm cheap.
So are the Hasidic Jews of New York, are they similar to like these really right-wing Jews that are kind of in charge of Israel right now?
Not really. They're so like the Hasidic Jews were technically basically a group from like Ukraine and Russia area is where they originated from, and then they immigrated over to America and then set up shop in New York. But they're like super hardcore Jews, but they kind of aren't. They're not like, they're a little bit different than the Orthodox Jews that you're kind of thinking of, that I think run most of Israel right now. They're like a little subsect of the Orthodox Jews that not a lot of people quite like on the Israel side, but they shut up shop here in America, and they're pretty prevalent in New York, in Brooklyn, I think.
Rob, if you remember, did you ever take any of those DNA tests when Emily was pregnant?
I did.
Isn't Hasidic Jew on there? Like you have to mark like French Canadians on there for.
Well, so like for when I did,
right?
they called it European Jewish. That's all they called it.
Oh,
so it's like basically Russia and Ukraine and Eastern Europe conglomerate. All those Jews that live there is what I descended from.
Mm.
And aren't they very incestuous? We all know the quote. That's why that question's on there. You know that, right?
I don't think so. I hope
yes, not. That's exactly why. French
they have the
Canadians
funny hats with the curly hair.
Yes, don't worry, Rob. We're both a part of cousin fucker land. Okay.
What the?
The Jews had to survive somehow, man.
You were born in Alabama and you're French Canadian, so like you're
incest is best.
Yeah, your family tree just doesn't branch.
It's a Charlie Brown tree.
Well, I found out that like I'm Mexican, but I'm like far more prevalent like Spaniard than indigenous. Like I'm like 35% like Spanish, Portuguese, and then like 15% native. So there's a lot of rape and pillage in my background, I would imagine. Like
full on rapist.
The Mexicans dig a lot of tunnels too.
I know. So I'm kind of pro, and and then it's also my newfound Jewry that I'm pro whatever these tunnels are, unless it's something to do with kids. Then I'm not okay with that. Like that's
not the Jews.
If it's just for general sneakiness, just to like to keep people on their toes, like I'm okay with that. Like, is it a troll or what? Or was it like
it could be like
New York City
Gollum
was
Jew,
Can we read an article because I'm so confused? How was it found out?
They're living under the streets of New York. They're like goddamn.
Well, there was like a bunch of like young kids that just wanted to play pranks and basically vandalize the tunnels that they knew were under there. I think I read the story. That's how they found out about it.
Okay, well, here let's read one from the Jewish Telegraphic Agency.
That sounds legit.
See what they have.
That's a thing.
I guess I don't know. I'm learning all sorts of things as a newly found Jew. The controversial tunnel at Chabad's Brooklyn headquarters explained.
Okay.
On Tuesday, a group of Jewish men gathered to pray under a leaky white tent in the drizzling rain outside the. Oh, you bitch! Outside the Chabad Lubavitch Movement's world headquarters in the Crown Heights, Brooklyn, draping their wet jackets up. As for the building itself, it was closed off outside the entrance to the complex's main synagogue. A line was formed in the rain with Chabadniks wearing. Chabadniks, huh? Is that? It's an odd name. Waiting patiently to retrieve personal belongings from a storage room. They chatted with police officers trying to explain to them what tefillin is. Who were standing behind metal barricades and blue and yellow tape, letting the men and boys in one at a time. Headquarters at 770 Eastern Parkway, a symbol of Shabbat is usually bustling with prayer and Jewish study, has been shuttered for nearly 2 days and counting. On Monday, a small group of the Hasidic movement acting independently attempted to break through a synagogue wall, a last-ditch attempt to connect part of the sanctuary to a building next door in order to expand the complex. The incident ended with shouting, scuffles, and arrests, as well as concern about the building's structural integrity. Leading Shabbat officials condemned the incident as the work of an extremist fringe. But the saga has spread far beyond Brooklyn, drawing global attention to the internal Shabbat disputes, generating international headlines, and turning into fodder for anti-Semitic conspiracies. Oh, what are the conspiracies?
Oh,
you just name them.
I bet
I can't wait.
They're coming to get you.
But you got to say it like Cartman. You know, they're gonna get you.
They're gonna get you.
Kathleen Kennedy and Disney's gonna get me. Gonna get me.
Hey, South Park has to do an episode about this with Cartman, right? This
they've
has
got
to happen.
But with grown-up Cartman, because he converted to Judaism.
Oh yeah.
And then it's something like he actually is digging tunnels to like steal Gentile children.
He gets stuck in the tunnel.
God damn it.
The Chabad Lubavitch community is pained by the vandalism of a group of young agitators who damaged the synagogue, said Rabbi Yehuda Krinsky, a prominent community leader, in a public statement. These odious actions will be investigated and the sanctity of the synagogue will be restored. Here's what you need to know about the chaos in Crown Heights this week and its aftermath. What exactly happened at Shabbat's headquarters on Monday? Last month, reports surfaced about unauthorized attempts to tunnel into a synagogue housed at the 770 complex from a Shabbat-linked office building next door. By Monday, said witnesses to the day's events and a Shabbat spokesperson, the construction project had broken through the basement walls of the office building, and a cement truck was called in to repair the damage. When the group responsible for the unauthorized construction realized the cement would block their attempt to gain access to the 770 complex, they ripped down wood paneling in the crowded subterranean floor of the synagogue. Videos from the scene showed a chaotic crowd of young men shouting, arguing with police, being handcuffed, and being removed from the building. Several had retreated into a dark concrete cavity that had been exposed behind the wood panels. Around 3:30 p.m., police were called to the synagogue to deal with what an NYPD spokesperson called a disorderly group at the synagogue who, quote, unlawfully entered the premises and damaged a wall. NYPD spokesperson said the police arrested 12 people and that there were no injuries. Charges include criminal mischief, reckless endangerment, disorderly conduct, and attempted hate crimes. Ooh. Hate crimes? A Jew-on-Jew hate crime?
So what was the building next to the synagogue?
That was an office building.
Just an office. So were they trying? They were trying to Gaza Strip them, just kind of push him out.
It was Shabbat linked office building next door. So from a synagogue to office building.
Why do they need to build a tunnel to get to it? Like, can't they just like? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. Either. Does it have something to do with the COVID stuff? Because what wasn't it the Hasidic community that was what's his name? De Blasio was always pissed off at because they wouldn't wear masks. They wouldn't get vaccines and whatnot, and then they kept shutting down their temples. And I don't know. I kind of became a fan of the Hasids just because they pissed off De Blasio and Cuomo so much.
This sounds like Ocean's 12 plot. We got to dig a tunnel.
Are they moving Jew gold around? It's got to be what it is. I wonder what the hate crimes were. The attempted hate crimes. Like, this seems like a Jew-on-Jew crime. Is it?
Well, it's like one Orthodox Jew against another Orthodox Jew, and they don't like each other. So you can call it a hate crime on that Jew versus the other Jew.
And if they're both self-loathing, then it's like quadruple hate crime. Though the spokesman did not have further information on the nature of the alleged hate crimes. Suspects were all between 19 and 22 years old. The city's Department of Buildings, which is inspecting the damage, told the New York Jewish Week on Tuesday that forensics engineers remain on site at the 770 Eastern Parkway, and their investigation is ongoing. What is 770 Eastern Parkway, and why is it important to Shabbat? The construction project that came to light Monday is the latest in a number of controversial battles over Shabbat's headquarters at 770 Eastern Parkway. Known to the Shabbatniks simply as 770, the building and its address have taken on symbolic significance for the movement and its worldwide network of emissaries.
This is a really boring article.
I know it. Replicas of the stately...
I don't care.
Yeah. Building holds meaning for Shabbat Hasidism, Hasidim, because it served as the office of the late, deeply revered Shabbat leader, Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson.
Not gonna work here anymore.
Also known as the Rebbe.
Rebbe, that's a cool name.
Previously, it was the home of Schneerson's father-in-law and predecessor, Rabbi Yosef Yitzhak Schneerson.
That is the most random why this thing's important.
Right.
Oh, yeah, because it was a guy I met at a party a year ago, but his dad was a Navy SEAL, but we're Facebook friends. I need that building.
Today, 770 is connected with adjoining buildings on its block and houses a synagogue, spaces for Jewish study, offices, and a library. Since Schneerson's death in 1994, the movement has been without a leader, and authority over his former office has come under dispute. For more than a decade, two different Shabbat organizations have battled in court over who controls 770, with one side appearing to win, only for the legal proceedings to continue.
Go to the video of them. Have you seen the video of the actual ruckus inside the synagogue?
No.
Oh.
Well, let's see what we can find.
They just yelling and screaming at each other.
This is the most random story. Like, nothing makes sense.
No.
Leave the Jews alone.
I see in New York. What the fuck? No, I didn't even believe this. Look. Oh. They got him. Look.
You know what?
What is this? Look at them all.
Come to find out, this is
They're like throwing the
Oh my
views.
God.
this is Sacha Baron Cohen.
What?
Like, this is the Sacha Baron Cohen movie. He's just getting live reactions.
Why did this happen? The tunnels were recently discovered at the Chabad Wladovich World Headquarters. Look at this. Why the fuck were they doing this? Need full context. I know. I don't know what the full context is. It's not yet clear why the tunnels were built or what purpose they served. Yeah. Look at this. And they're getting down in there? Bro, they're crawling down there? The property's manager called the builders to fix the damaged walls.
Not gonna help. They tried it.
A group of Chabad Wladovich students gathered at the building in an attempt to stop the work.
Maybe we live in an interesting time.
Because those guys wanted to go out. Those guys wanted to go out.
They want to fix this tonight. We don't do that in America.
Yeah.
See? All right. They're living like they're living like Ninja Turtle.
Fuck, this is all about.
They're Hebrews in a half shell.
Dreidel power.
Hebrews in a half.
Jewish turtles.
All right, that's gonna be the name.
See
of
it,
the-
Jewish
Ninja
Good call,
I'm
Tim.
Michelangelo.
Shell. Oh shit, that's funny. That's way better than my Jew order a tunnel. Hebrews in a half shell. Did you come up with that on your own?
Yes, he did.
I thought of it this afternoon, and I was like, I need it for the.
Dreidel power.
Dreidel power.
That's awesome. Oh fuck.
So
That's too
good.
All right, it's changed.
So good.
It's changed. Hebrews in a half shell. All right, so
Fuck. What's going on there? What's going on there?
I'm gonna try to put it in more context that I'm a little more familiar with because I've studied these people, but let's compare them to the Mormons. So, like, would the Hasids be like the fundamentalist Mormons, where they're like super into like into the letter of the law, and like the fundamentalist Mormons are the they're the polygamists, and then like then you have like the LDS Church, which is like they don't believe in the polygamy stuff. Is that
yeah? Just think of them as like a weird offshoot of super conservative Jews or super Orthodox Jews. Is just like this. I mean, it's a pretty large following in New York, but it's like very specific and distinct, I guess.
Do they do the same like Orthodox Jews where can't eat pork? I
mean, they all
keep the Sabbath, all kinds
of weird shit.
And then like
the plate they're fundamentalists. They're very much like the fundamentalist Mormons. I mean, they don't have the same beliefs, but they're very much like fundamentalist. I mean,
but I guess you think of it as because like Mormons have their own view, and then there's like another version of Mormonism that is like a more extreme version of it, and you can think of it like that. Like the Hasidic is like there's Orthodox Jew, and then there's like you branch off, and you got the Hasidic kind of community in New York, but they kind of look at things differently than what the Orthodox Jews do. But it's not like more extreme; it's just different. Is the best way to explain it. I don't really.
They're the Amish of the Jewish community.
Kinda. Yeah, that's probably a good way to describe
maybe
it.
that's a good way to describe it. Amish or Hutterite or Mennonite or something like that.
Mennonite is probably a good way.
Yeah. Okay. Huh.
Anyway, what's
they've got a. I'm gonna try to find a different video. I don't like this guy's commentary. No offense, guy, but
like, were they using it to sabotage them in the court case, like sneak in at night and pull Saul Goodman?
I was trying to understand. Like, all I heard was that they were building a tunnel so they could access the adjacent building easier. Like, I don't know.
Did they want to work at night? Like,
they just need to go underground to get from the synagogue to the office building easier. I don't know.
They couldn't get the zoning right.
They don't want to go outside. They don't want to deal with the snow. I don't know.
One of those guys has to be a lawyer. He could probably figure it out.
Huh. This is so strangely fascinating. It seems like a lot of hullabaloo about really not that big of a deal. I mean, like, I guess maybe with the building integrity with it.
I think a lot of them are pissed because I guess that area, that building, the synagogue is really important, and they're building whatever. The tunnels underneath are like compromising the integrity. So I guess like if people are trying to sabotage it, it could probably piss a lot of those guys off.
Yeah, that's true. Rob,
I have another follow-up question. Now, dude, if you were to have an Orthodox Jew and a Hasidic Jew standing next to each other, would they be essentially dressed the same?
I can't remember. I know the Hasidic Jews wear that. They wear those like long black coats. Like they have like a weird kind of, it looks like a chain wallet they wear, and they have like the locks that they wear. And I don't know if the normal Orthodox, like the Israeli Orthodox, wear the same kind of stuff. I couldn't tell you, but I know that the Hasidic is a little bit more distinct in what they wear. It's pretty obvious that you're looking at a Hasidic Jew versus like an Orthodox Jew. So,
what happens if you're bald? What if you can't grow?
I guess you just like you put on a wig or something. Who knows?
What if you can't grow sideburns? What do you do then?
I guess you get kicked out. I don't know.
Well, I mean, like that's like Amish. What if you can't grow a beard? I mean, I couldn't be Amish because I can't really grow a proper beard.
You and me both.
Well, Tim will be double.
This is as best I could do. So yeah.
Yeah,
God,
Tim,
that's fucking weird.
What is this guy?
They dancing.
Hey, Matt. You should see the one I sent you about the tunnels on Instagram.
Okay.
You should put that up.
I also, for conspiracy weird theories and everything going on, I also sent you the next story.
Okay. Where did you send it?
I sent it to Instagram.
Okay. I gotta send it to my other Instagram.
Your other Instagram, huh? What's on there?
His fake Instagram.
No, I've got my personal account, and then I've got the podcast account. But I can't open the podcast account on my computer for some reason. Can't get logged in.
It locked you out.
I guess. But it allowed me to. I can log into my. I can log into my personal one, no problem.
You've been zucked.
I have been for a while. Is this the Miami thing, Tim?
Yeah.
That's another.
Have you guys seen this thing?
Yes.
And then we've got a whole shitload of whatchamacallit.
Whoa.
We have a whole bunch of Hawking memes. They are
it's so good.
like a ton of them.
I should have I should just send all my stuff to this account then.
Yeah.
This one.
But I got a little sick, but I had to go.
Oh, that's funny. Or what is this?
Matt, your volume sucks. I can't hear anything.
Oh, okay.
So this thing's crazy. Apparently, like there was like a fight amongst some teens, and the Miami. Well, that's what they're saying is the cover story. If I have my tinfoil hat on, apparently on camera they have a bunch of like 8 to 10 foot people, 10-foot things walking around, and they think it was aliens landed in Miami, and
they're
that's how many cops showed up for like a couple of teens fighting.
They're holograms, Tim.
Seems legit.
They're trying to distract you.
Yeah, it was like 400 or something police cars that showed up.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean.
Were there aliens at the mall?
They must have been some badass teens, huh?
Alien report.
Like just some real hardcore motherfuckers.
You know what I think happened?
What's that?
I think that they thought this fight was somehow like an attack, like a terrorist attack, and they overreacted. And now they're just like, oh, it's teenagers.
There's a lot of cops.
Whoopsie.
There's a shit ton of cops.
They have nothing to do that night. Jesus.
Has DeSantis made any comments on this?
I don't know.
Dude, that dude has the most punchable face on planet Earth. I was watching the debate a little bit tonight, and I had to turn it off because I couldn't stop. I had to stop looking at his face.
There was another debate.
I thought they stopped the debates.
Yeah, because nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Is that one?
Hold on.
Wait,
we're starting from the beginning.
Okay.
And okay. Here we
Did
go.
you see Simpsons did this again? They predicted this.
I'm telling you, man, this shtick is getting so old. That chair smells, dude. Hey, Steve, surf's up! Bitchin'! See ya, chink.
To show you my project on supernovas.
You have an incredible astronomy career ahead of you.
A fan. I'd love.
Huh. Apparently that was a thing, that Stephen Hawking was a creep, huh?
Apparently.
There was, I saw that same clip, Tim, that you were talking about earlier with Robin Williams talking about how Stephen Hawking would go to strip clubs
Yeah,
And
that was a creep.
no,
apparently.
not on the keyboard. Delete, delete. delete.
He was getting laptop dances.
For the audio listeners, it says Stephen Hawking on Epstein's Island when the midgets struggle to solve the fundamental theorem of calculus on a comically tall chalkboard. And it's a dude spraying soap water all over his kitchen. Looked like he just jizzed all over the place. And I found that really funny. Really funny. Here we go. White women, when they found out all the Latinos crossing the border are packing fat asses and know how to cook. It's a scene from Saving Private Ryan of a German machine gun nest mowing down American soldiers on Omaha Beach. Hilarious meme as well. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah, this is gonna be rough.
Yeah, that's his actual name. Noah Kaniga.
No way.
That's his real name.
How is he?
He's going to the SEC, isn't he?
I don't know. I bet he doesn't last long.
Yeah, change that last name.
Wasn't this a Dave Chappelle sketch?
I think so, and I forget. It was. I think it was a comedian. His name was Jamar Neighbors. Had the same thing. He's like, I'm bringing the N word back, but I'm putting a K in front of it.
How does he not get a jersey?
I don't know. He's got to, but yeah. So this kid's name is Noah, as it's spelled, Noah Nigga, Knigga.
Oh, the K is silent.
No,
Yeah.
that's I guess they have a tutorial on how to say it, and it's Kaniga. Kaniga. It must be Polish. Must be Polish. That has nothing to do with anything, but I thought it was funny. There's been some. I was like, I can't fix your car, but and it shows this guy's picture. This one I just thought was funny. So Brittany and Abby Hensel are teaming up with Jackie and Lola Anders to star in the first ever porno featuring two sets of Siamese twins.
Masturbates in disgust.
It's a picture of Clint Eastwood from Gran Torino looking in disgust. It just says masturbates in disgust. The internet is undefeated.
I can't believe that's a thing either.
Back to Stephen Hawking memes. Up before landing on the island. 10 minutes after landing on the island. For the audio listeners, it's just you just better go watch it on YouTube. Get the full effect.
God, his teeth creep me the fuck out.
I know.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking when the midget solved an equation.
I think I sent you that one.
I think so.
I think all the cum ones. Oh, what the fuck?
When the midgets at the chalkboard says, "Walk for me, Stephen." This one's no caption. It's a midget on a stripper pole next to Stephen Hawking. Oh, it's too good. Stephen Hawking, after being informed that the island has dwarves. Oh shit. Netflix original series, The Life of Stephen Hawking. Because everything has to be diverse now. Even on Epstein Island, little kids are still forced to like vegetables. That one's rough. That one's rough. Stephen Hawking arrives on Epstein Island for the first time.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's super cripple. Da 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 da. Is it a bird?
Watching this guy, I've seen him in a couple of videos. I feel like that would be Brad if he had a disability.
Yeah, it would be. 100%.
Like the lactose just messed with his bones too much, and now.
Keeping bubbles going. Yeah.
Man, cut, Ray. Truck driving, passed out Phantom 309 motherfucker.
Keeping bubbles going. Yeah.
Man, cut, Ray. Truck driving, passed out Phantom 309 motherfucker.
If he breaks his neck doing that, what happens?
You just gotta keep living, man. Livin.
Stephen Hawking, I'm really good in bed. Really good in bed.
Punny you, punny me.
That's punny. Pull through, man. Stephen Hawking, I can't drive to the airport. Epstein, there's naked midgets doing long division. Stephen. Freebird, that guitar solo makes so many good memes. When you're the midget that solves Stephen Hawking's equation, so
Can't hear anything, Matt.
That's all of them I got. There was some more that I'd seen, but funny stuff, really funny stuff.
Fuck.
All right. What else is going on this week?
Did you see Hunter?
Oh yeah, I didn't. I
He just got up and left when MTG started talking.
That was the most fake thing I've seen in a while.
No, I didn't see it. I heard something about it. We'll look it up. Now, I did see that the House voted to they're gonna hold him in contempt, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Does that have to go through the Senate, or is that just is it done now? Now he's held in contempt. I'm
not sure how it works.
Rob,
how it works. What the hell should I know?
Because you're a lawyer.
I don't know how Congress works.
It's right.
Weren't you paying attention in our judicial review class, Rob? Jeez.
It's right when Marge starts talking, he just gets up and leaves.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard was Large Marge's dick when she was calling Biden a coward?
It had to have been pretty hard, I'd imagine.
So hard right now. So hard.
So hard. What? And he just kind of showed up.
Before the American.
Yeah, he just kind of showed up. I don't think
same
this is when
time
he leaves
that
though.
they stand by the categorical non-compliance of Republican members of Congress.
So, okay, I think this was a total show by him, but why would you do this?
I
Like,
don't
what
get
would what would benefit him by doing this?
I don't know.
Because it's almost like he's
And then
just
maybe
kind of
he doesn't want to deal with her showing pictures of his dick in front of that thing. I don't know.
no, but
Thank you,
like he
Mr.
showed
Chairman.
up randomly
Excuse
to
me,
this.
Hunter. Apparently, you're afraid of my word.
But like, why even show up at all?
Yeah, I don't understand.
It's
that
weird.
From Georgia for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
It's a protest. It's an act of
excuse
protest.
me, Hunter. Apparently, you're afraid of my word.
But
Was
he
wearing
thinks
a
this.
purple suit jacket.
Green from Georgia for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr.
No,
Chairman.
but his buddy is.
Excuse me,
A nice
Hunter.
suit.
Apparently, you're afraid of my word.
Oh.
I'd like to reclaim my time, Mr. Chairman.
She's getting heckled. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of heckling and
Wow,
Congress.
that's too bad.
Oh shit! God,
Aw.
dude, this is
I
our
think it's
fucking
clear and
leaders,
obvious
dude. These are our leaders.
for
This is
everyone
Jerry
watching
Springer
this
shit.
hearing today that Hunter Biden is terrified of strong conservative Republican women because he can't even face.
That's a
my-
good talking point there, Marge. Fucking dumb.
Man,
What
she
a clown show.
she looks like she's halfway turning into a werewolf. Her just face is just
This is a
tight.
bummer.
Too much
She's
creatine.
beautiful.
I don't get it, Rob. I fucking gotta admit, I don't get it, bud.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd take a go at it, but I'm more of a Bobes fan now.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever
I'm not-
seen
Gone higher
somebody
on the
hang
list.
out with their ex as much as she does?
She like beat the shit out of him, I heard.
That got like dismissed today, I think.
Oh, I heard that it was allegedly.
She
not
is
the
such
case.
white trash. It's
But you
hilarious.
know she punched the shit out of him.
Oh,
I would let her punch me,
I would-
please.
I don't know why the
surprised if-
ex keeps like bowing down to her so much. Like each time that she gets in trouble, he's like
he's
sitting
magic,
around trying to
Rob.
defend her. He's like, they're divorced. Like he can
'Cause
say
he's-
whatever shit he wants.
He's still getting laid. That's why.
Well,
Maybe.
now-
Or
still
he's
getting
getting paid.
Well, so is
Like,
she in theaters and stuff.
Well, they got
Heavy
kids
petty.
too, so I mean, I understand him doing that, but she's a white trash prostitute. she's hilarious, but yeah, she's I don't know. She's pretty tough to defend, other than the looks.
I wonder if will she win the primary now that she moved over to the 4th
No,
district?
no.
I don't even know who's
against
running
her,
in that
though.
thing. There's like a bunch of them I know.
There's a couple of people. Yeah, she's done. She's done.
So,
Poor girl.
What all is that district? So that'd be like all the Eastern Plains.
Yeah,
is
and
that-
apparently Douglas County. So
Oh,
me.
Douglas County. So,
She got Rob's vote.
Yeah, it's like down south a little bit too.
I don't get the district.
I didn't
how
know
they
you
draw
could
that
just
shit.
change districts also.
Well, that's what my question is, because she has to live in the district for a certain amount of time. So I don't know how that works.
Well, apparently, I read something about that. They must have changed the law or something where you don't technically have to live in the district, but she is moving.
You have to
setting
move
up-
there at some point, right? Like,
I thought
so,
you
maybe.
had to be there for like something like 6 months or something like that before you could declare yourself running.
Well, she did it
I think
now.
it used
She
to
has
be
till
like that.
November,
I don't know. It's well, like we have our caucus coming up, but now they voted in the legislature to change it to a primary, but the Republicans said, "Fuck you, we're doing we're doing a caucus instead. So now I have a sample ballot for the primary, but I'm Donald Trump and DeSantis and Ramaswamy are not on the ballot. It's Nikki Haley and Tim Scott and Mike
how did
Pence.
that work out?
I don't know. So I'm gonna mark none of the above and then go to the caucus and see how that goes. I'll probably end up on Ramaswamy's side, but I don't know. And the GOP is not doing a good job of putting it out there. I don't know. Maybe they're putting it on the radio, but I don't listen to the radio. But I've not seen any.
What's the point?
County parties are shit.
Well, because I don't know which one counts. Like, what the fuck? You know, how does it work? Because now we have two separate things going on for the same primary, and I don't. It's fucking stupid. I don't get it.
Has Trump's thing gone through Colorado yet, through the Supreme Court?
They decided to take it up.
They're taking it up. I don't know how they'll vote.
Oral arguments are February 4th, I think.
They'll have to come down to a decision pretty soon. Like right after the oral arguments, they're going to have to come down with something because, like, they got to figure that out before March.
Yeah, like because Super Tuesday is like right after that. And yeah, if the polls are anywhere close to right now, like Trump will have the nomination sewn up by Super Tuesday. But I'm curious. I'm curious though, because when Trump won in 2016, they talked about like the silent Trump voter that didn't want to be a public Trump supporter, but when it came down to it, they voted for him. I wonder if that's going to be opposite, where like people don't want to be a Trump dissenter on the Republican side, but when it comes to the vote, I'm curious to see if anybody gets any like meaningful share of the vote. Like over 25%.
Apparently, he's crushing it in Iowa, but like in New Hampshire, he's really close with Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley is right.
Those are the Bush conservatives.
Mm-hmm.
They like their establishment.
He's not hot.
Iowa's way more of a bellwether for the rest of the conservative states than New Hampshire. So,
Didn't Ted Cruz win it last time?
South Carolina's in there also, right?
Yeah, that's the first one for the Democrats. Well, I see, and they're having an issue in New Hampshire too because the Democrats kicked them out of the number 1 slot, and
yeah, they didn't like that.
And New Hampshire said, "Fuck off, we're doing it anyways." And so I don't know, but yeah, I think Ted Cruz won Iowa in 2016, and then Trump won New Hampshire, and then South Carolina, and then kind of rolled after that. I don't know. I don't see anybody really like
Chris Christie just dropped out and
did he?
Said some shit on
Michael.
He endorsed nobody.
He talked shit on everybody on his way out.
Did he really?
He got caught on a hot mic when he was announcing that he was leaving or suspending his campaign, basically saying that Nikki Haley can't do it and
she's
DeSantis
gonna get
is a
smoked.
chump.
Yeah. And he said Ron DeSantis said something to the effect of he was shitting his pants, which I didn't know how to take that. Is Ron scared because Christie's out now? Is Ron doesn't think he's gonna win? What does that mean?
Well, I would hope Ron doesn't think he's gonna win because that's sure the fuck how it looks.
I can't vote for a guy who has secret heels in his boots.
Yeah,
I can't.
I thought he was going to be a really strong candidate. I really did.
I thought so too.
And yeah, he just turned into it. I was a fairly decent fan of him, and then boy, his candidacy just sucked.
He's just a douche.
Apparently, that's his wife's fault.
Apparently, he's done a ton of work in Iowa, though, so they're saying that he's going to be a sleeper pick for the Iowa.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he does well. I'm just really surprised at how shitty of a candidate he was. He was just he had no personality, whatever. And then he always like did that weird little like lizard lick deal. He's like, what was that, dude? He was like, what was that? I don't know. He looked like the dude from Mad Magazine with his giant fucking ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the Democrat side. They're just like kicking people off the ballot. You know, like they're just not holding primaries in certain states. They're just like, nope, pushing Uncle Joe right on through. Never mind. Nothing to see here. No need to vote.
He's
aliens.
fine.
Aliens.
Yeah, aliens.
10-foot tall aliens.
Yeah, so it sounds like they're really gonna hammer January 6th and abortion. So that'll be a neat campaign message.
That's a fun topic.
Yeah, it's fun.
A couple months.
Uncle Joe's just out there like it's gonna be a dark time in this country. It's dark.
We're all gonna die.
He's gonna ban that ice cream. He's gonna
not
ban
kidding.
it.
He's a bad dude, man.
Hey, Jack.
Gonna get you. You
think the tunnels in New York are bad?
Grab ya. Scary.
Donald Trump's got tunnels too, and he's gonna get you.
Gonna get you.
Scary.
Have you seen that video of Poltergeist? Remember Poltergeist with the old creepy old man?
Vaguely.
Look up that. Look up Joe Biden, old guy Poltergeist. It fits so well because he's chatting with this little girl who's lost. He's like, "Oh, you can come stay with me a while." It's got Joe Biden's fucking face. Oh, hello,
I'm
child.
gonna smell your hair.
All right, so I just put in Joe Biden Poltergeist on YouTube, and here we go.
Get vaccinated. Now! Before it's too late. You're gonna die in there. Get vaccinated.
Let me see if I can find the one.
Now! Before it's too late. You're gonna die in there. All of you! You are gonna die!
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, it's right. Oh.
Is this... Deep faker.
Here it is. Matt, the sound.
Are you lost, sweetheart? Are you afraid, honey? Well, why don't you come with me? Oh, I'll sing you a song till your mom comes back. God is holy. Earthly fall, be silent now.
If it wasn't so plausible,
It'd be creepy.
Yeah, because I could literally picture that happening. Why don't you rub the hair on my legs? I'm in the pool.
Oh, your hair smells real nice.
Oh. What? Oh.
Did you see,
President of the United States. And the other president of the United States is accused of having a sex tape on Epstein Island as well. So that's neat.
That's our guys.
Did you hear that Hillary Clinton, apparently on the dark web, there's a video of a Hillary Clinton snuff film on the dark web?
Huh. Who did she
Like,
kill?
is she killing somebody?
I don't know. I saw
Or
saw
is she
a
like
couple
just
posts.
in the? Is she in the corner just rubbing vigorously while some poor little Afghani's just getting beheaded?
Just rubbing that snook in the sniz.
Oh,
rubbing one
can you
out.
imagine what that smells like? Ooh.
Oh God.
Damn it, Matt.
See,
You know
and
when
that's
you're in
one-
an apartment building and you're like, what are they cooking? That's puss crap.
See, now if we could find one candidate that like most of the country's okay with, and then have them run against Hillary Clinton, because nobody likes Hillary Clinton. Like even the people that thought she should have won don't like Hillary Clinton. Nobody likes that bitch. So like, if we could get a semi-good candidate, just have that one run against Hillary. That could save America. That could save America. The hatred of Hillary Clinton. That's what's going to bring us back.
That'll do it.
Mark my words. Did you guys ever see the tweet that she posted? Like, it was in 2016. It was like, "Happy birthday to this future president," and it was a picture of her at like 9 years old.
Didn't age well.
It gets reposted every year, and it gives me a little joy every time I see it. It's like, loser.
Eat shit.
Did you hear?
Oh yeah. What
Did you hear that the San Francisco City Council voted to for a ceasefire in Gaza?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You think the
San Francisco's got it
Israelis-
taken care of, all right?
think the Israelis will listen to him?
They solved
Who's
it.
on that council? Is it like the dean of Stanford and somebody else?
Well, it's like when I was on campaign and Ryan was running for mayor. He had some guy at everyone asking Ryan what he was going to do about the Chinese. Like every fucking that was his issue,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
I'm
sir,
running for
do you know
mayor
how
of
mayor
a town
works?
in Colorado.
Like they're not going to give a shit about Aurora. Fuck.
Right. That my dad had that same issue when he was running for state rep. They were asking about all these.
What are you gonna do about the Middle East?
Well, yeah, like all these Obama issues, and he's like, well, I'll be serving in Denver and representing my little sliver of Colorado. So
and
I got no
it's
opinion.
agriculture
As a state representative, I have no opinion on whatever Obama's doing.
Just fucking take care of the
Not a lot
state.
of Chinese down there.
Yeah, it's like
get rid of those Chinamen, right?
yeah. Of course, this is my dad though, so he was more than willing to explain why he had no opinion on what Obama was doing as a state representative from Colorado. It was pretty entertaining. When that blizzard rolled through in 2007, he was still in office, and the phone did not stop ringing the whole time. People were like, "I can't get to my cows. Get to my cows." And it's, I can't get to my cows. So when something opens up, I'll let you know.
Call CDOT.
Yeah. I mean, I understand you want to call somebody, but like, it was kind of like when everybody was pissed off at Ted Cruz, which, granted, you should have stayed in your state when your state
when he went to Mexico,
freezing to death.
Fled to Cancun.
At the same time, he's a U.S. senator.
What is he gonna do?
I mean, he could make a few phone calls, maybe, but honestly,
I'm on the phone with the governor.
He
Yeah,
could
what-
do
what's
that
he
from
gonna do?
Mexico.
I guarantee you, Ted Cruz can't fix any of those breakers. Like that has got to be the softest hands known to any man. is Ted Cruz.
His dad
not a
killed
callous
JFK,
one.
remember?
Well, you can't do that with calluses on your hands, I guess. Fuck yeah, that. I wonder. How long does Pelosi hold on for? Like she announced she's
Didn't
running
she
for
say she was
re-election
retiring?
again.
She's
She
running
did
again.
initially, and then she said she's running again. So, but she's just not going to be in
Really?
leadership. Yeah. So I mean, I want her to stay in there because now I've got a little bit of a stock portfolio tied to what she does on stage. So keep
Make
at it,
some
Nance.
money.
She's
got some
up
nice titties.
17% over the course of about 3 months. So
That's amazing how that works out.
yeah, it's wild. It's really wild.
Then we wonder why the stock market keeps on going up because everybody just follows congressmen, congresswomen.
Yeah,
Can I
I mean,
just
because
tie my
fuck,
entire
how else are you gonna
401k
get
to
ahead? You're
hers?
like they tax everything else, so you're like, fuck it. I'm gonna just do what they do. Fuck it. Yeah, I don't know. It's I guess the economy will probably get a little bit better because they're what did they call it the other day? A soft landing, but they're cooking the books to make it look good, so it doesn't crash before the election, anyways. After the election, it's fair game, but you know, it's gotta get the old fucker across the line first, and then you can let the dominoes fall where they may.
Come with me, child.
Yeah. There's no way he makes it another 4 years. Holy shit. I mean, but then again, I gave him till like September of 2020 before he croaked or had to step down, and they've pumped him full of enough stuff to get him this far. So I guess maybe
It could last another 4 years.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
It's not unprecedented. I mean, Woodrow Wilson was essentially a vegetable his last term, and then Ronald Reagan wasn't much better at the end either. So, yeah. If the people around him weren't so goddamn terrible, then I wouldn't be quite as worried. But
They're all
I mean,
Gen Zers. Ugh.
like when's Buttigieg back from his latest paternity leave? You know, like the
Secretary of
Buttigieg.
The Secretary of Defense was gone for a week with
Yeah, they didn't
prostate
tell him.
cancer.
Yeah.
And no one even knew.
Yeah, no,
They didn't want to tell him. It's like, don't tell Joe.
Oh my god. So
his direct subordinate was on leave because she had no fucking idea.
So the rumor is he had a prostate cancer something procedure, and tonight Vern said something. He said something about ass cancer.
Oh god.
And I couldn't figure out what the fuck is going on. But he was over at Uncle Robbie's, so I'm sure Uncle Robbie was talking about it. It's like, oh yeah, he's got ass cancer. Holy shit, that's where we're like, dude, who are you fucking talking to about ass cancer? He's like, well, my friend. I was like, who's fucking talking to Uncle Robbie? It's fucking Uncle Robbie.
Ass cancer. Awesome. I mean, it's not awesome that the sex death had ass cancer and then didn't tell anybody about it and just like almost.
And no one
apparently he almost
realized
died.
that he hadn't shown up for 5 days.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so fucking relieved.
Meanwhile, the spending package that Schumer and who's the speaker, Johnson, is that his name? Johnson. Yeah, the numbers they agreed upon. 54% of the budget is military spending.
Yes.
Like if we're not
Can't say no, you're anti-military.
If we're not going to war, I don't know what the fuck we're doing, because you don't spend more than half your budget on military if you're not going to war. So can somebody take it a little bit more seriously if we're going to war? Fuck around, man. Like, I don't want any of you in charge.
Lindsey Graham, the ladybugs are tingling with that house.
Oh. Yeah, we got the Houthis trying to shoot everything down in the Red Sea, and then the SecDef just goes missing because he almost died on the operating table. Like, fuck, man. And nobody knew he was even there. Shit.
No one.
We better have cool shit, Matt. We better
have
shit.
some really fucking cool shit, or I'm gonna be pissed. Much money as we spend, we better have all the best shit. But yeah, I don't know. We ran out of most of everything because Ukraine just
we gave it all away.
Yeah, they
Just
either
the Russian meat grinder.
there's either meat grinder or it just got immediately sold on the black market somewhere in Africa.
Oh, I saw that.
That's a good thought.
Wasn't there some? Wasn't there something happening in Ukraine with fraud, basically, with the weapons?
Well, he acts like 2/3 of his cabinet for corruption. And there was like AT-4s, which is the rocket launchers, the shoulder fired ones that were like, there's videos of like cartel guys carrying them around, and then the internet being the internet being the internet zoomed in on the serial numbers and tracked it back to shit that was supposedly shipped to Ukraine. Like, that's neat.
Neato, gang.
And we left a
Whether
ton of
that
shit
was
in
real,
Afghanistan.
like in the age of all the deep fake AI bullshit, whether that was real or not, I don't know, but it looked pretty goddamn real. Like, so
Fudge.
yeah, it's pretty wild. I really do wonder how long that Zelensky lasts. I think
you keep asking this question every time that we come on, and he's still there. All right,
I know, but I keep hearing more rumblings about how his defense minister in particular is not happy with him, and then the mayor of Kiev there, he's the boxer guy. What's his name? Klitschko. Klitschko's not happy with him at all. So, and then he's not holding elections either, even though the term's up. So, unless we pay for
war.
Is it?
So?
I saw something. I don't know. Did he close down the Orthodox?
At least some of them,
church?
yeah. Like he closed down one of their big monasteries, and he jailed a bunch of priests and stuff. Yeah, he's
Why did they do? What was the reasoning behind that?
Because of their ties with Russia.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's like saying somebody in Italy has ties to the Pope. You know,
Emily.
She's not as Italian as you think she is. All right.
Emily follows the Pope, and Rob's just digging tunnels. What the fuck?
Digging tunnels.
It happens.
That's a weird one. I'm not gonna lie. That's a strange story. The Jewish tunnels in New York City. Hebrews in a half shell.
Dreidel power.
Dreidel power. That should become an internet cartoon. Like, somebody should make that Hebrews in a half shell. What kind of Jew would you make your Hebrews in a half shell, Rob? Like, what sect of the international Jewry would you select to be your Hebrew in a half shell gang?
Wouldn't Raphael have to be Hasidic?
I don't think so.
Orthodox.
I think it's a whole bunch of you get one liberal Jew, or what they call it. So there's a conservative Jew, there's the Orthodox Jew, and then there's a liberal Jew, and so you get at least 3 of those folks, all right? And then you get one Hasidic Jew, all right? And I guess I don't know which one you can be. Probably Leonardo, all right? He was the hardcore guy, right? Or the Donatello.
No.
But he's not as angry.
Raphael was the angry one.
Who's Master Splinter? Is that Ben Shapiro?
Bernie Sanders or Larry David.
Larry David. Yeah, Larry David.
Larry David, maybe.
All right, here's the movie. It's a movie, and we're gonna cast it.
Alan Dershowitz is probably out, isn't he? Like, he kind of can't
He
touch
got
that
Epstein.
guy anymore. He's a little toxic nowadays.
Adam Sandler's got to be Michelangelo.
Oh, that's a good one. I forgot about Adam Sandler.
Sammy Davis Jr.'s got to be Donatello.
Seth Rogen should be
Harrison Ford. You know.
Is he
Wait.
Jew?
He's a quarter
I didn't
Jewish.
know that.
Not too shabby.
Who's a hot Jewish girl that could be April O'Neil?
Sarah Silverman.
Yeah.
She's got big jugs.
Wait, what about
She's
Gal
all right.
Gadot? She's
Oh,
Israeli,
Gal
right?
Gadot, yeah.
Oh, Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
All right. I'll allow it. I like that. So Adam Sandler, Larry David is as Master Splinter. Who's the angry Jew that we have? Get George Costanza, maybe. That could be Raphael. I don't know. I don't think Bernie Sanders fits in there anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Sorry, Bernie. No can do.
Who are they fighting against? Because we need to know who Shredder is.
Yeah, who's Shredder in the foot?
Adolf Hitler.
And the foot is the Nazis. Okay.
Yeah. What? How fucking hard is this?
That was easy.
Well, is it going to be Adolf or is it going to be some like one of his underlings? Is it going to be like some neo-Nazi?
What about like
dude?
Hamas?
Oh, it could be Hamas. Yeah, could be.
They're
Hamas.
not as comical.
PLO, somebody.
Well, they
They're not as
do
comical
kind
as
of wear
Nazis.
black pajamas sometimes. Like, well, maybe not
Some
the
zombie Nazis.
They have a distinct garb like the ninjas from the foot. So it's
Yeah,
but it's-
the Foot also have Hugo Boss uniforms.
I was watching some video on Twitter. And it was like Bashar al-Assad was giving a speech. I don't know where he was at, but he was going hard in the paint against the Jews. He was talking about how there's no way that they could have killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, it was. I was like, oh, this.
Who was
this
that? Sorry?
guy's,
Assad.
Bashar al-Assad, the
Syria,
leader
right?
of Syria.
Assad,
yeah.
That dude's
He
fucking
was-
creepy.
It was like it was funny, but also like terrifying at the same time. You know, you're like, huh. I don't necessarily agree with us being over there, but I'm also like, I wouldn't be just real offended if that dude died either. You know, like,
Yeah,
he
any
was-
Holocaust deniers, you know, you can go shoot yourself. All right, go with that one.
Yeah.
yeah.
Get him.
Yeah, it was. He was going hard in the paint, though. I was like, usually I'm fairly keen on new conspiracies that are going around, but he was throwing some shit out there that I'd never heard of before, and I was like, huh. I'm not gonna go look that up because I'm already on this, and I don't want to be on anymore.
Incognito mode.
I saw what
Is
happened to
Assad
Kanye when
right?
he tried to talk shit on the Jews. Like, he lost a lot of money. I don't need to know that bad. I don't need to know what that conspiracy is.
Mein Kampf-esque, would you say, Matt?
No, that one I think that's like people probably should read that to see what getting them the head of a madman. But I don't think I don't think he should be put on a list for buying Mein Kampf. I think if you're distributing Mein Kampf, people might ought to keep an eye on that dude. You know, like that one. I'm okay with surveilling somebody for handing out copies of Mein Kampf. You know, like yeah, that guy's probably an idiot, but still keep an eye out for him. Maybe don't go crashing through his door at 6 o'clock in the morning. If he's an old dude from Utah, maybe take a little more subtle tactic than that. But
have you seen the videos of like old German people? Like there's this one where his grandma's turning like 100 and something, and they're saying her happy birthday, and at the end she just goes, "Hi Hitler!" Like just as a memory reflex.
Yeah,
and then
it's
I can't remember.
Wild.
They wanted to get some toy that sounded like Mein Kampf for their kid, and the grandpa totally. It wasn't the toy. It wasn't the toy. It's like muscle memory.
I know that's crazy. Like they like the German people, that they saw a lot of shit in about a 50-year time span, because then you went from Hitler, then the war, and having a whole generation of Germans wiped out, and then rolled right into getting raped by the Soviet Union all the way into Berlin, and then half the country under communism. Like, ooh. Not saying they didn't deserve a lot of it, but I'm just saying when you put like the totality of it all, you're like, holy fuck, that country is. It's surprising they're functional. You know, it's really surprising they're functional.
And they took meth, almost the entire population, for years.
Pharmaceutical grade meth too, like not some Mexican lab stuff. No, it's
that blue persuasion. It's that Walter White fucking
those weird, brilliant Nazi doctors that had no morals whatsoever. Oh, we need to figure out how high altitude flying is, how that's going to work on the human body. Go get me a couple of retarded
Let's go
Jews.
dunk you in some ice.
Yeah, let's. This one's going to be rough. Get me the retarded Jew first. Don't give me the able-bodied one. We need them for the.
Didn't the Japanese do that? And like 10 times worse.
And then some. Yeah, they were just.
Like building like 050, I don't know, it was like a number, or like unit like 570, and they did all kinds of just super fucked up shit to all POWs, Americans too, like Chinese especially. They like vivisect them alive, like, you know.
See, this goes back to my theory, Aaron. You cannot be so specific when you genocide.
Yeah, okay.
You get looked bad on way worse than, like, Stalin killed, multiples of the Jewish population of what Hitler killed.
You can't discriminate.
Was just very indiscriminate.
Yeah, just starve everybody.
You get in trouble when you discriminate. Yep, that's right. You're right.
Yeah, you can't be so discriminate, because the Japanese were pretty indiscriminate too. Like they were every bit as dehumanizing as the Nazis were.
They were way worse.
The Jews, but yeah, like to the Koreans, holy fuck, they
Chinese, Koreans, American POWs, everyone. They just killed and just did so much fucked up shit.
Dan Carlin on his Hardcore History podcast, he had a great saying, and he's like, the Japanese are just like us. Only more so. Like everything they do, they just take it another extra step. And that whole World War II was, just the sheer amount of people that got killed on that whole thing was like military, concentration camps, POW camps, firebombing of entire cities. Like it was brutal.
Nuclear weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, but they killed more people in the firebombing of Tokyo than they did at Nagasaki. I mean, but
just one bomb versus a lot of bombs.
Yeah, a lot of bombs, and it didn't really help that all their buildings were made out of essentially balsa wood. It's like how many times
fish in a barrel.
How many times did Chicago burn down before they got to replace
I think it was
with steel?
once. Pretty sure it was just
the
once.
stockyards were always catching on fire.
The whole city, I think, was just once, and then they learned their lesson.
Yeah, but there was whole neighborhoods that burnt down like several times. But it was all just like wood plank buildings. So.
Let's just build up in wood again, and that'll not happen again, right?
Maybe it's just due for another one. That's what's going on.
Maybe so. just needs a good cleansing.
That blue beam's gonna come down.
It's a little slash and burn to purify.
All right, this got fucked up. Let's just start it.
Yeah.
Why don't you purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka?
Ow! Oh shit! All right, fellas. That was a good one.
You got to play the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle theme for the show.
Turtles in a half shell.
Hebrew Ninja Turtles.
That is brilliant.
That was a good one there, Tim.
That was pretty
Good
proud.
on you, Timmy Tim Jim.
Oh, you got a front facing. Oh.
I think it's the one below this, Matt.
That's the new one, Matt. This one.
Yeah, we gotta go back to the actual TV show.
That
There you
one.
go.
Right
Yep.
there.
This
The white one.
Yep.
The white.
Fucking song gets me hyped. That's a backpack.
Brings you back.
It's a longer song than I remember.
Yeah, it's way longer. It's usually just like one verse. That's it. I didn't know there's a whole like bit to it.
Hoovers in a half shell.